Well, it's not quite 10 after 11 p.m. Let's walk. Camera 1. And I believe camera 2 is up top. Garage there. See it. Now the question is, did he go all the way down to the end to go in the tunnel, or did he cut across the lawn? Grass. Let's cut across the grass. Now, I hadn't checked this building for cameras, but I don't see any. Across the street, I didn't see any cameras, and I looked pretty thoroughly. No, this one doesn't seem to have any. Let me zoom out. I'm carrying a soda, so I had to move my hand. Okay. Now, supposedly, at the end of the parking lot is the tunnel where he entered, and by doing so, he comes up the stairs with the camera. But if you go this way, you can avoid that. Avoid the fence as well. You come out to the sidewalk. This is the fence line. It goes all the way up around the length of the campus. There's the tunnel. But again, you go around the fence and you avoid the tunnel. And often there's no traffic on this street. All 3 times I've come by, never any traffic. Now, I haven't seen any cameras on this building exterior. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss any. And those are the staircases that have the cameras. So if you come up from the tunnel, you're on camera. Of course, this is the pavement of the tunnel. It goes under here and comes up inside the building. We just avoided that. All right. Now let's go ahead and walk on the pavement. There is a camera straight up on the corner of that building. I just saw it. So let's avoid that and not enter campus this way. Let's go this way back. Now, presumptively, it gets the intersection. So the question is, if you're walking, would you want to enter this way or go around it this way? You're briefly on camera, but the tree line tends to block it. And there's no camera on this corner of the building, but there is one on that corner. The question is, what direction is it facing? Now, I personally believe the best entrance to the campus is from the northeast corner quadrant of campus. There's no camera in here. Now we're approaching the camera area that caught somebody, allegedly Tyler Robson, coming off the roof. However, before we get there, we can turn a hard right and pretty sure avoid it. Yep. So as we're coming up, the camera's way above that dumpster on that corner of that building. What if I just turn it right here? It's kind of grassy. Yeah. And that was easy. No camera there. There's a camera on the door down there. We're not going down there. I gotta cross the grass. Okay. Now that's where Tyler Robinson jumped. And this is the trail. The guy disappears. So I could have hugged the grass a little more and probably been completely off that camera's view. Now the question is, can you enter the roof line from right there above or down here? And I think you can get it right here. Let's go and stay on the grass. Yeah, you can. I don't see any camera here. I don't recall seeing one in the daytime. No cameras along any of those buildings. I don't believe there's one in there. But see here, you can get right on the roof line. And why would you want to get on the roof line here? Let's say you walk over to the door. No camera hidden in that little corner anywhere. So you can hop over here and go out and around the building. Oh, there's a camera right there. Okay, so that says no there because there's a camera. Didn't notice that before. Okay. Oh, he might come talk to me in a minute. But, all right. So if we came down this way, can you avoid it? Well, if you come down the grass in this side of that tree, I think you avoid the camera. I'm not certain of it. It's pretty close. This light's pretty bright. Tough call. Again, I don't think this is the best way to come on campus anyway. But I didn't see a camera in here, except for inside on the roof. Okay. So by going through the tunnel, you would avoid the camera coming into the campus on the road, on the sidewalk. And presumptively, he goes this way through the building, out the other side. Huh. Well, I'm already on campus, so let's just walk past all this. Let's see if they come talk to me. Most people speculate he took that path, walked up that way, and then around the way I just was. However, there is a camera or two that might capture you doing that. All right. So, question is, was that camera up on that roof line up there before, or is that new? Might be new. I did see a new camera installed in one of the other buildings the second time I was out here, about 3 weeks ago. All right. So, the main question is there any camera up there? And I don't think so. So, if you got onto the first roof there, you could use the stairs, kind of see them there in the shadow, to get to the second level. Plus there's also a railing in a corner which looks like you can walk. So if you did come from over there, it looks like there's a corner railing too. So again, if you got on that roof line, assuming that camera wasn't there, it's the middle roof, and you cut across there in the middle roof, and now you're just one level below the alleged spot of Tyler Robinson taking the shot on the other side of that section coming out. Okay, so it's good to see the buildings lit up, because by seeing them lit up, you can kind of see that that's not a floor occupied by people. It's actually a high ceiling, and that's important. I took some other pictures of that the other night, but you see there's a ladder there as well that goes up to that second level, but that's too visible. The other one would be easier, especially if you were to plant something you would get later. And again, I'm not aware of any cameras in this courtyard. You would think there would be. You'd think there'd be like 4 or 5 of them, but I'm not aware of any. So let's go ahead and walk this way. Yeah, I think hidden in this concrete in the corner somewhere, wherever it'd be easy to put them so you wouldn't see them much. There'd be ones on the doors from the outside, but there aren't any. And there's none on the corners of these buildings, which obviously with this much open space, you would think there'd be some great places for cameras. But like I said, I've not seen any. Okay, so that's the Losey Center. And right above Losey Center is the roof line where I guess where I think the shot could have been taken from, and it's the far roof where they say Tyler Robinson was nested and took his shot. All right, go back up these stairs, done it at least 5-6 times. All right, and there's the sign, directions, Lakeside. Okay. You can see there's a door on this level and some pavers, and I don't think there's a camera up there. And I've not really looked at this because I didn't presume it would be an entry point, but I guess theoretically you could come to the roof this way and go up the ladder. It's a lot harder to do and much more visible. But you'll see the roof line does go to the corner, and then I believe you can step around. There's a concrete beam there. Okay, enough of that. I don't think anything was done around here. I never checked for a camera there. Maybe there is. I'm really curious if I get talked to. I'll just say I'm Just kind of casually walking through campus, take a walk, take a break. All right, so here's the hill. Terraced grass, you can't see it in the dark very well, but there are stairs. Again, I've gone up these a number of times. And as you go upstairs to this level of the Losi building, this is where it starts to get interesting, in my opinion, because they say, more than likely, Tyler Robinson went up those stairs and went onto the roof line where they said he was nested. However, I had the idea last night that, hey, you could easily ditch on the side of this wall, anywhere in here, anywhere along this whole wall, probably in the corner over there. You can barely see it. Let's see if I take a flash picture. There you go. Well, not a flash picture, but okay. All right, so again, I think it's possible that somebody ditched or placed something here, which would have been maybe right down in here, or right behind the wall somehow, and put a rifle easy in there, nobody'd see it. Why would you do that? Because when you pick it up, you're just about 5 seconds, 10 steps away, whatever it is, from getting on the roof line here. And this is right below, around the corner, where Tyler Robinson is nested. And I'm pretty sure from the edge of the roof, you have the same view of where Charlie Kirk was seated. Now, I'm not 100% sure of that, but if we stand at the end of the railing down here, watch my steps so I don't slide down the hill. There's a little concrete there. Okay. Anyway, from here, I'm pretty sure we can see the flag. Yes, we can. So it stands to reason that from the roof line, just around the corner there, right around the corner there, that you could get a clean shot. And it'd be a slightly lower trajectory into Charlie Kirk than above on this roof here, where supposedly Tyler Robinson was nested. Now, I'm still a believer, because I haven't ruled it out yet, that the shot came from over here. Right there. Either above where that lighted staircase cage is, on the deck, in the far corner, which would be just over Charlie Kirk's right shoulder from the elevated position, or on the roof, where that lamp, just to the left of where the lamp is, but it's farther away. But there's that roof line going back to its corner, just above where that deck shot is, would go right down to where Charlie Kirk was seated, approximately right down in there. Okay. Now, that tells us a couple things. I've been walking for 15 minutes. I haven't seen a single soul in a window working. I assume the working crews are already gone. I assume there's a squad car here and there. And I assume security might make rounds on the campus from time to time, at least once at night. There's probably more than one guard, maybe 2, 3. And they have their own walks. And maybe they have some type of key-coded system that they have to walk by and show that they were in the building, in the space where that is. So, okay, let's exit the way I think somebody would have came onto campus. Now, to get to this roof line behind me that I think was easily accessible. Oh, by the way, I guess the rifle could have been also stored down in here. A lot less likely, but there is a corner right there. But somebody in there might have seen it. Hard to say. Right color bag, probably not. People don't look, they don't pay much attention. Now, up on top is where the security police apparatus is. That was not there, of course. But they say these are the stairs that lead up to that roof line access up there. And they say he came through those doors and went up these stairs which don't have a camera, to get on the roof line. Highly visible. I think it's highly likely that somebody, maybe like this time of night, maybe even closer to 3 a.m., dropped off a gun and then picked it up maybe early in the morning and just laid down on that roof line where nobody could see them until later. Although that's pretty risky because there might have been drones and you never know. But if they did know, then that might be a way to avoid any crowds. But they could have just picked up the rifle when they needed it on the roof because they placed it there the night before. Okay, so this is pretty much terraced, the grass. So if you're walking right here, you know, the odds of you being on camera are really low. But of course, you can come down more in the shade of trees and coverage and cut across over here, cut the corner here, and nobody really noticed. You're just kind of casually doing what you do. Like I said, nobody's come to talk to me. And again, no cameras. Oh wait, that's not where we go. Ha, my bad. Wait, actually, I came down too far. Whoops. Sometimes when you're holding the camera and talking, you do weird things. All right. What I meant to do was actually stay up on this level all the way up and cut across. It's gotten kind of cold here. When I first came out here 5 weeks ago or whatever, it wasn't cold. All right. What I meant to do was stay on the grass from where I think they came to put the gun all the way around here, stay on the grass and cut across this corner. Not go down anywhere. Stay on one level. Also, if you had the guts to carry it down your pant leg, if that's even possible, you actually wouldn't go up any stairs to get into the position that I think was better. Well, I've been through here at least 4 times, maybe 6. There are no cameras up in here. Just for confirmation, they haven't added any. Nope. Not even in there. Nope. Okay. And there's no cameras up there. Anywhere on the building line. Not right there, which would be good. Nowhere. Not a single camera. And my headset's coming off. All right. I'm carrying a drink. Okay. So, I've crossed the campus and I went generally the direction without going through the tunnel and going up the parking garage stairs that Tyler went on. And there was a camera as you come out of that parking garage, at least if you come out, make an immediate left, to get on the street that goes into the campus. But maybe Tyler went through the parking garage, came out the other side, and I don't think there's a camera there. There's a camera that captures the stop sign right above where that tunnel is. Now, interestingly, above this little hill here, there's a building, and you can see it there. Slightly lower than the roof line is a camera. So, I'm sorry, below the wall line on the corner of that brick building beyond the wall. But if you stay here, more or less on this side of the path, you're not in that camera view at all. And there's no cameras that face up this way. This whole path is completely no cameras. Well, there weren't. They could have installed one last night. I doubt it. They'd be talking to me if they did, because somebody'd be watching it and have a motion sensor or something, I'm sure. Modern cameras are fun. They capture all kinds of good stuff. Clear images that we haven't even seen from the ones supposedly showing Tyler jumping off the roof, running across. We don't see him get up. We don't see him run. It's just like Bigfoot. Okay. So above this wall, there's a camera up there. So to stay off of that camera view, it's kind of tricky, but I think the best way to do it is to cut across here. So you're staying close to the wall, and you stay right close to the pavement here, and now the tree's blocking it. And then as you come out to the curb line, I'm pretty sure the tree blocks it, and then it's right above that lamp up there, or right over there somewhere. So you're on it for a quick second if you go this route, and you cut across the parking lot. But I think if you angle across the parking lot from here, you don't get on that camera. And I did this with a little more light out, but I didn't film it. This is a long video. I don't know why I'm doing such a long video. Oh well. But if you come out to the parking sign that says M25, going directly towards it, I'm pretty sure the tree back there blocks that camera the whole way. Okay, it's a little tricky. So just before you get to the large tree trunk just behind the lamp there, it's hard to see in the dark, but if you cut across straight towards this parking sign, I'm pretty sure you're never on that camera clearly visible. And maybe for a split second, for 2 steps, you're on camera. But like I said, if somebody's entering the campus from this direction, 2 or 3 seconds on camera all the way to the roof line just below where Tyler Robinson allegedly took the shot is easy to do without being on camera. And I could go there right now, not even covering a rifle, just carrying it straight out right, and go put it there. I'm hesitant to cross over that rail and go onto the roof at all. There is no sign saying I can't, but I just don't feel like I need to explain myself to somebody right now in real time. So again, if we came from behind me, well, I'm going to turn around, entered the campus and came to this sign and went straight towards that tree line, you are completely out of view of any camera. All right. And I'm pretty sure there's none hidden in the trees, and there's none on any of these poles that I've seen. But by going this way, I mean, you can walk in right off the road, and yeah. Oh, there's somebody coming. I don't think they're gonna stop me. Nope, probably not. Okay. Probably an employee going home after shift. Cleaning. Hard to say. I don't think it's security. Okay. So, there is no sidewalk on this road, on this campus drive. However, if you cut across this entranceway to approximately here, with cones, I guess they're blocking the parking here for some reason. But if you walk towards that flashing light, you can cross the street. Now, there may be a camera that I missed that faces this crosswalk. There is a camera farther down the hill that captures the bus stop, and I don't think it goes far up the hill. But again, if you were to place a rifle here, like at this time at night or 3 a.m., it's about midnight now, well, I think you can enter the campus more or less like I'm doing it pretty darn easily. I saw a guy the other night who had a guitar case, not the violin case, with the gun in it, with the Tommy gun, but a guitar case, which could easily fit a rifle of approximately 42 inches. 42, 44 inches, I believe, is the length of the Mauser that supposedly was used, Grandpa's World War I rifle. Okay, so I'm crossing this crosswalk, and down the hill behind that sign, oh, it's really hard to see, there is a bus stop. Oh no, the bus stop is over there, and there's a camera on the pole straight down on the corner down there that captures that bus stop behind the trees. But if we don't go down that way and we go this route, we can avoid that. Okay, well, that ends the super long video. I'm going to go to the northwest corner and try to come back down this way, and going to go up this way. This is a normal residential street, so I don't think there's any cameras here. But like I said, just down beyond that bus stop on a pole behind that pole, right down there is a camera that captures that bus stop. And there are tunnel cameras on both ends of both segments of the tunnel as well. All right, be back in a minute.